So the self-supporting growth rate, otherwise known as sustainable growth rate, is similar to AFN, except it looks at it the other way. Rather than say, we're going to grow X amount, so what do we need to support it? It says, well, no, let's look at where you've been and how much can you grow without tinkering with your balance sheet. We're going to keep everything static like we talked about before. So let's look at the formula. It's the same factors, which makes it easy. The SGR equals M, which is the profit margin, times 1 minus the payout ratio, times the sales for the base year, because we're looking at how much we could grow without tinkering with things. And we divide it by the assets in time zero minus the liabilities at time zero minus the margin times 1 minus the payout ratio times the sales for the year. This factor here, when we multiply all this together, tells us how much money we're going to have. Here on the bottom, we see here's the 3.3%. This is the 69.7, which is 1 minus 30.3. And here's our sales in year zero. The beginning balance sheet had assets of 1,200 and liabilities of 80. And then here's our retained money, if you will. It's 3.3% times 69% times the sales that we had in year one. So this interpretation of this number is that if we grow at 4.28% exactly, none of our balance sheet ratios would change and we would be okay. However, if the rate of growth we expect or want is higher, that's going to start straining the system. We're going to need to bring more money in or change some of our ratios less than what our current status quo would be. In the earlier example, as you recall, we were at 10%. So if our SGR is 4.28 and our actual projected is 10%, something's got to give. That's why we needed more money. That's why we needed $61,000 more money.